All right, everybody, welcome back live at Drew's House Another edition. Hope everybody is doing well. We still got the pumpkin around. We'll keep that here for another week or so. I think we got a lot of candy left. We had a good amount of trick-or-treaters, but we bought too much apparently. Again, my name is Drew Moholland. Thanks for tuning in. We are joined by, let's bring in our guests here. There they are, Newburyport boys soccer fellas. How we doing?
Good.
Very good.
All right, let's go. Well, you guys organize it. Introduce yourself. Tell me what year you are. Tell me something interesting about yourself. You can go left to right. Do whatever you want to do.
How would you like to start us?
Sure. So my name's Kellen McDermott. I'm a junior this year. I play defense. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Kellen's my right back. I play center back. I'm Graham Smith. I'm a senior, one of the captains. My other captain is sitting to my right.
I'm Brady O'Donnell. I play forward, and I'm a senior this year.
And I'm Jamie Brooks. I'm a junior, and I play midfield.
That was very well organized, boys. Nice. I'm impressed. Sometimes the four people that gets tricky. I think Graham, you seem to be the maestro. Good job. We'll start with you.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about Newburyport soccer this year. You guys are damn good.
Yeah, this team's been in the making for a while. Since we were, I don't know how young. We've been coached by Coach Blue just through his East Coast soccer program. So we've known since like middle school that this team was going to be the team that sets all the records and brings us the farthest in our program. And well, I mean, so far that's come true. It's been insane. It's unlike any of the other years we've played. The chemistry is really high. Everyone's extremely motivated, and it's showing. So
there you go. You've known since middle school. I love that line.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
So you guys have literally all been playing together, though.
Yeah.
All right. Brady, you're the other captain.
Yeah.
That's very cool. It must be fun captaining a team that, well, first of all, is such a strong talent-wise, but also with the chemistry, it must be kind of a joy to be a captain in this team.
Yeah, for sure. These guys, the one thing special about this team is that we're all friends. We all get along super well, and I think that's something that, in previous years hasn't been the case, but this team especially, we've all, gotten to know each other very well, gotten to know each other's playing styles very well, so just makes this year so much better.
Are you saying there's been rifts with Newburyport soccer in past years?
I mean, I'm not saying that, but I think just this team in particular has, we have a lot of good positive energy.
Gotcha. Jamie, what would play off that? Those guys seem like good leaders, am I right?
Yeah, they're really good captains. They're just great leaders on and off the field. Like, they bring a really good energy to the locker room, and just before games, they do a great job of getting everyone hyped up. And on the field, too, they're great at just telling you where you need to be in order to have the most success and to help the team the most.
Very cool. And Kellen, let's bring you in here. Last voice we haven't heard from. What's it like being a part of these clips?
I guess, we're all very fortunate. I mean, this is an experience that you don't get, many times. So we're lucky to have a great group of captains, as well as all the other upperclassmen are just great kids in general. It's been fun. I mean, this is the most fun I've ever had playing soccer. So, it's good when you can look forward to practices, games, just anything you're doing with the team.
Wow, very fortunate and the most fun I've ever had playing soccer. Those are two good lines. I like that. Graham, almost every good team that I have talked to over the years that is kind of the one trait they all have in common. Going to practice never felt like a chore or anything. It was like everybody was eager to get there.
Yeah, for all these kids, you go to school just that way. You can show up to practice easily, walking out onto the field right afterwards, looking forward to it all day. I mean, it's like it would be recess for any middle schooler. We all go onto the field. We're all talking it up. We're all bringing the same energy, happy to be there, joking around, but at the same time, we're all focused, and we're trying to, outwork each other. So between the competitive nature of the practices and, we're all friends, like Brady said, so we look forward to it at the end of every day for sure.
Brady, what was the final regular season record here?
We were 16-1-1.
What happened to the one in the middle?
Unfortunate last 5 minutes of a game. I think they scored with less than a minute left.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was just
It was at North Reading. It was a tough battle.
The Hornets. Okay. Well, I can tell you're still a little bit bitter about that. Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You all
still an open wound right there.
sorry, we got it out of the way early, but so now we go to the state tournament now. You guys have your first game this Saturday. Do we know details on that yet? What's the deal?
I think we find out
We're
today.
supposed to find out tonight. We practice tonight at 6, and coach said that we're probably going to find out who we're playing, when we're playing. So.
And this is your first go with the new tournament style, right? With the different
Yeah.
seeds. So
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, like these guys will be like a top seed. But you could play like a real bottom seed. It's not like done by regions anymore. So you could have somebody traveling in from Western Mass or something, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like March Madness style.
Do you guys like
Yeah.
that?
I mean,
I guess we'll find out.
I think the parents are gonna like it the most. I'm pretty sure North Reading went down to Nantucket or something, Martha's Vineyard a couple of weeks ago. So while the team's traveling, going to these games far away, the parents are gonna be out having dinner, partying most of the time. So or at least that's what my parents are doing.
I thought you were joking at first because I'm like, oh man, that's a long ride. But no, you're probably right. They make a little stay out of it, right?
Oh yeah, yep, for sure.
That's fantastic. All right, well, that's interesting. Yeah, but I mean, for some teams, I mean, I can imagine that would be an issue. I mean, if you're going to do a there and back, I
Yeah,
mean,
100%.
there's some 3-4 hour rides in this state.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, we'll see who you draw. We don't know that at the moment. Is this a team that can make a run, this Newburyport version here? Let's start with you, Jamie.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just based off some of the competition we've played already this season and like how we're feeling going into the tournament, I can definitely see us making a deep run.
How about Kellen? Same question for you. Is there something about this group that you're like, man, this is our shot?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as long as we keep our mentality straight, we're coming off a big win against Division I team. So I don't know. We're all in high spirits. We're all ready to go. I mean, I can't wait till Saturday. I don't know about these guys. I'm sure they feel the same way.
A few more days to wait. Graham, what's is there? I mean, you're experienced. You played in these big games before. Is there something like as a captain? Are you more like a lead by example, or do you maybe say something to the younger guys like settle down for these games, like just try to get them in the right headspace?
You know, I have a lot of words that I'd like to say, but I get emotional when I make big speeches like that.
Oh.
No matter, yeah. So I'm more lead by example, but I say what needs to be said when walking onto the field. So normally I'll let like Coach or Brady or Jack Fellner take it away when we're in the locker room. Then when we step onto the field and we hit the starting lineup, I'm like, all right, guys, this is what we're gonna do. Here's what I need from you, and then I get everyone excited. Yeah, but a lot of it is I don't think that we should be hyping it up too much and drawing out too much emotion, because at the same time when we play our game, we play best. So emotion aside, you need to focus on what you need to do, and that's what I try to do with by example.
So you're talking more like Tom Brady emotion rather than like Celine Dion emotion.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
We're not crying in the team huddles pregame, right?
No.
Just to clarify, Brady, same deal. What's your thoughts going into like a pressure cooker state tournament game?
I mean, especially with this team, I think we've had a lot of games where there has been pressure around the line, and we've been in a lot of situations where we need to bounce back. So I think that despite, we only have one loss, teams are going to think like, oh, they're not really used to a lot of competition. But there's been a lot of times where, the pressure's really been there. So I think we're all going to be capable of dealing with whatever situation comes.
Are you guys all, what positions do you guys play?
I'm a forward.
And then I'm center back.
I play right back.
And I just play like outside midfield.
Gotcha. Okay. So I was just making sure we didn't have a goalie in the house, but there is something. Who is your goalie, by the way?
Owen Tank.
Okay.
He's a junior.
Because soccer is one of those weird sports, like where, I mean, I guess, usually the best team wins, but not all the time, right? I mean, things fluky can happen. Like you can play the perfect game. A goaltender can make some unbelievable saves. Like things happen. That's why we play. And it's a single elimination. I've always thought that adds like extra intensity in soccer in particular.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. There's been times this season where there's been upsetting goals like that, where a fluke ball carried by the wind will drop just underneath the crossbar or something like that. That happened in our first Pentucket game and took us all by surprise. And at the same time, we've played teams that we thought, all right, this is going to be a competitive match, but I think we have the upper hand here. And then their keeper is just outstanding, and we can't get any shots on the net. So it really is by chance like that. But once again, if we play our game and bring the emotion, but also just focus on doing what we need to do, I don't think we'll have a problem.
What is your game, Brady? Is it you want to try to get like ugly goals? Are you guys kind of a pretty team to watch? What's the deal?
I would say definitely pretty. We have a lot of guys that have either played club or are currently in like a club soccer system. So we definitely play a lot of possession. In previous years, we've kind of just played this kick and run style. And I think that this year we all decided like, hey, we have a lot of guys that, understand the game and understand like the value of holding the ball. So we like to pass around, getting a lot of crosses. One of our main things is, finishing off of set pieces out of like corners. And Jack Fellner has a super long throw that can reach like the front post. So we get a lot of goals definitely off of that too. So.
Cool. All right. Very good. Jamie, what are you thinking for the key to Saturday? No matter, I know you don't know the opponent yet, but is there like something that is there a vibe you feel with your team when you guys are like in the right headspace, ready to go?
Yeah, I just think we need to come with the same intensity that we bring to every game. And like, no matter who we're playing, we can't like look down on them and think, oh, they're just bad because that. So it should be an easy win. We just got to go out there, play our game, and put like 6-7 goals on them, even if they are like a bad team, something like that.
Yeah, I don't want to overlook anybody at this point, right?
Sure.
Kellen, where are you guys? That white sweatshirt there in front of the window, you're almost disappearing on me there.
We're in my living room right now, surrounded by windows, and it's very bright. Sun's just right above us.
Is this the pandemic Zoom room here? This is good lighting in here. That's very nice.
We were going to do it at the school, but we thought it would be more comfortable to do it on a couch. So
Very, I like how you guys have pulled it off. Let's make it your own. This is good. What about is it like rewarding because you guys are all back to like pretty much normal, right? When it comes to rules and no masks, I think, right? Am I right?
yeah.
Is it kind of rewarding going through? I mean, I know the last 2 years were brutal and stunk for everybody, but like, is it almost make it kind of sweeter being good here and playing for a state tournament and it feels normal now?
Yeah, I would say definitely because it's definitely a lot sweeter this year because given last year, I thought that the team we had last year could also make a similar run like we could this year. And, not having a playoff last year kind of really motivated us to work hard this year and acknowledge that we can definitely make a run.
Yeah, and, as older guys too, I mean, it's probably a part of you that feels bad for those seniors that last year, right? That they didn't get a chance to do a state tournament. That must have been kind of lame. What was that like?
That crushed me. A lot of how I played last year, a lot of my motivation came from 2 years prior where I've seen seniors finish the playoffs and they would fall on the field at the end of the game, bawling their eyes out. And I was like, I want to change that for these seniors because I had a lot closer connection with the seniors of last year. And I was like, these guys deserve it. They've worked harder than anyone I know. Like, I want to prove it to them. And then COVID ruined that. So that was really emotional at the end of that, I remember.
Yeah.
Not getting it for those guys.
Jamie, Kellen, is that kind of the same deal? Everybody feeling that?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Parents probably too, right? I mean, could your parents even go to games last year?
Like maybe a few. They'd have to be on the road or like watching behind a handful of fences. They couldn't actually be against the field. So they did what they could to watch, but it wasn't a good view ever.
Yeah. Huh. Oh, so they were literally hiding outside the stadium?
Yeah.
That makes, okay. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. That's kind of funny. Again, we're joined by Kellen McDermott. Raise your hand when I say your name, just so everybody knows. Kellen McDermott, Graham Smith, Brady O'Donnell, Jamie Brooks. Jamie Brooks, right?
Yes.
Okay, make sure. Sometimes I write poorly. The four guys here from Newburyport Clippers soccer getting ready to take their regular season where they lost just one game, which I promise this is the last we'll talk about. Just one game they lost this year. And they take what's going to be a high seed into Saturday's state tournament game. What is the energy of the place right now? Is this week like of practice going to be like, is it like just high energy, super go, or is it almost like kind of fun? Like we've done the hard work. Let's enjoy these days together and like, let's enjoy the ride. What's it like?
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. We're definitely all excited that, given that this season we have a really good record, so we know we're going to get a high seed. And I think that's something that we're definitely looking forward to. But we're also, focused into this postseason. We know what we need to do. We know what we can do. So we just want to make sure that while we're having fun, just stay focused on our goals.
Killen, what's the Newburyport Achilles heel? When you guys are going bad, what are you doing out there?
I would say maybe the only problem we've had this year is just mentality. I mean, we're all super skilled. We're all good players. We work well together. I mean, sometimes we find ourselves not in the right headspace. Maybe going 13 wins in a row made us feel a little invincible. That could have led to some issues. But other than that, I'd say we're fairly strong. Any weaknesses that we had before will definitely be fixed for Saturday. So we'll be ready to go.
Graham, I was actually going to ask that. Does the one loss actually, I hear football coaches talk about this all the time, like, the Patriots lost that undisputed season in the Super Bowl. Sometimes coaches say, like, it's nice to be woken up before the tournament.
It definitely is. I believe you can jinx yourself very easily with a couple of words, so I'm very careful of what I say. But there was times where I heard around me, like, it's crazy, like, what we've done with the season so far, or they talk up the team or something like that, and going into games that would make me so nervous because I don't want anyone going in cocky or with, like, preconceived, like, ideas of how the game's going to go, because you never know how it's going to go. Like we said before, the goalie could be outstanding, the defense could be outstanding, the other team could send a ball right over and things go wrong and something bad would happen. So it was definitely a good reality check that our team needed. I mean, going from that game to them playing Beverly and beating them 1-0, you kind of see how we had that readjustment. And after the ALS Cup, that was an upset too. Both teams played really good, but there's a lot of motion behind that, which I think it made that game a little bit more difficult, just with all the emotion coming in. So the reality check was it dropped our egos. It made us play more fundamentally, and it showed against Beverly.
Yeah, I think, well, it's always good to get an ego check, right? I like that. Jamie, what's Coach Blue? What's his first name again? I think I know him a little bit. Sean Blue, that's right. Spells it B-L-E-U, is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's kind of yeah, Sean Blue. Yeah, I think I know him. Maybe a telephone interview back in the day. What makes him such a strong coach?
I mean, he knows what he has in his players, and he tells everyone, like, what they need to do to be successful and what they need to do to help the team. And then for tactics too, he looks at each game individually and sees the strengths and weaknesses of the team they're playing and how we've been playing recently, and makes adjustments according to that. Like, we'll switch up the formation maybe like 4 or 5 times in a season, depending on what's working and what's not, and just switch players around in different positions because we have so much depth and we can just really explore with a bunch of new options.
I was going to say, Brady, that's a little unusual with soccer too, because that just shows you guys are a pretty versatile group. Usually you kind of have a structure, and that's kind of the game plan you play, and hopefully you can play it better than the other team's game plan, right? Am I kind of right on that?
Yeah, for sure.
So what's is that just show you how great you guys are at adapting together? Is that the sign of this team?
Yeah, for sure. And I think also kind of what Jamie said with, our depth, we had a very strong JV team last year, and we had a lot of guys come up this year that have provided so much. Like, I think we have two forwards named James and Kalen who've come up and they're, on top of the team in scoring. And so just to have that, like, kind of extra level of depth in the team is what makes us really strong.
Look at you showing up the JV. Good captain work right there. Nicely done. Graham, what would you say if you kind of forget what happens here? Hopefully you make a long, deep run and all that. But when the dust settles here, what are you going to look back and remember on when you think about this particular group?
Well, I'd say the same thing I said about the past few years. I normally play a sport every season, and at the end of the year, I always feel like soccer was the most impactful, or that's the most fun I had out of all the seasons. And it's not because our winning record or the games, the special games that we won or anything like that. It's all these boys. We're all really connected, super good friends, and it's not a not just a team, it then becomes a family. It feels like that. And every loss, we all hurt together, and then we all get together and rebound. So I love playing soccer, but I love being with these people a lot more than just playing. So.
I bet. Is that, that seems to be the general theme that all you guys have mentioned on here is you guys kind of just love hanging out together.
For sure. Totally.
Everybody nods their head in approval. Very good. I don't think we've had, sometimes I forget because I have a lot of you guys on. I don't think we have any return guests here, right? First time for all you guys?
Yeah, I think so.
How is that possible? Have I not given enough love to Newburyport soccer?
I don't know.
I'm very sorry. You've entertained me. It's been that tells me that's been a big mistake of mine. I'm pretty sure we've had the girls on too, so I apologize in advance.
No worries.
I apologize. But if you haven't, have you seen the show?
I have, yeah.
Good answers. Good answers. The two that stayed silent, we will. I'll just let check it out in your local programming. We always end the show with a little rapid fire. So with 4 units, might take a little long, and people like it. So let's jump right into this. Okay.
All right.
So we'll start with Kellen, and then we'll go across the line. Let's start simple, just very quick. Favorite food to start?
God. All right, I'm gonna suck at this.
I don't know.
Or not that simple, I guess. Jeez.
Chick-fil-A, I had it last night. It was great.
You threw a chain name out there. Okay.
Yep,
The whole
Chick-fil-A in
store.
general. Yeah.
The whole store. Okay.
Yeah, all of it.
What do you got, Graham?
For favorite food?
Yep, same one for all.
Pretty into oranges right now.
It's like halftime of a first graders game.
Yeah.
Do they still do that? Do they do the oranges?
Occasionally. Normally it's the parents that bring them.
Yeah. Why would you know that? I guess you're probably not going to too many first grader games, but
No.
what do you guys hang on, we'll disrupt rapid fire for a second. What do you do during a game? Do you have oranges? Do you have a Gatorade? Like, what is there a halftime meal?
We normally have diluted Gatorade, and then we have a big thing of water that we can refill. We have paper cups that we use, and then our trainer normally has biofreeze and stuff need be. But yeah,
You guys are well taken care of.
For sure.
Diluted Gatorade because there's too much sugar. You got to throw some water in.
Yeah, it ruins the purpose of electrolytes if there's too much sugar. So dilute it.
What's the balance? Half and half?
I don't know what she does, but she does a good job. Our trainer does it.
You can name drop. What's her name?
Molly. I don't know what her last name is.
Good job, Molly, the trainer. First trainer shout out we've had this year. That's good. Brady, favorite food?
I'd have to say sushi.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not
Big
the
sushi fan.
not the pregame meal, I take it.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
Maybe the post-game celebration meal.
How'd the pasta party go at your house? We got a bunch of sushi. Are you guys doing those post-pandemic here? Are they?
Yeah.
So that's all back to normal too?
Yeah.
Very cool. Jamie, favorite food?
Probably just a nice steak. Can't go wrong with that.
All right, very good. That's a more structured answer there. Back to you. Go down the line the other way to give these guys an advantage. Favorite musician?
Gotta say Kanye West.
Wait, no. I'm gonna have to go.
Oh man. There's so many on the playlist. I can't remember.
You guys really pulling up Spotify right now?
Yeah, I'm looking on his phone. I'm
You're not gonna see
gonna
it.
go with 22 GZ.
My
Big
turn?
fan.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd probably say Tyler, the creator. Tyler, the creator.
Okay.
I'm a big Kid Cudi fan.
All right. Very good. Couple Kanye is a popular one.
Yeah.
That's funny because he's been around he's older than me. So he's been around a while. He's got the test of time, I guess. That's good. And who controls the team music, locker room, and all that stuff?
Probably me. I have a huge speaker that I bring to every practice and before games. So I would say I'm the team leader in music.
Are you on the set list too? It's your set list?
Yeah, but I take mostly suggestions too from what other people want.
You take requests, but you're in charge. You don't have to play.
Yeah, I choose what gets to go on speaker.
It's a good question. What are you looking for in a pregame like set list? What kind of like mood songs are you going for?
Probably like motivational or hype songs. I guess we listen to a lot of Meek Mill.
Yeah, Meek Mill.
Yeah.
He gets us pretty rowdy before games. So
He's he's like Robert Kraft's friend there, right?
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. I don't know my Meek Mill. The dog's barking. Maybe he knows. Let's get back to the rapid fire. We're gonna go back to Kellen this time. Kellen, favorite class in school right now? Kellen, it's rapid fire.
Mr. Sheridan.
What was it?
Oh, I'd have to say stats with the girls soccer coach, Mr. Sheridan. It's a great class.
Stats.
Yep.
I'm
That's a good
skeptical.
one.
Is there another reason why you like that class? I can't imagine actually liking stats.
I got a couple other soccer kids in there too. Makes it more enjoyable.
It's a rowdy class.
There you go. Good for you. I support all stats. Graham.
I'd probably say economics.
Okay. Brady.
I'd also say stats, just because I'm not in the same class as him, but I also have a few soccer kids in there. So
Okay. I only questioned because I hated stats, but
I don't mind
We
it.
have really, really good teachers.
I like
for
stats.
and a teacher shout out. Good for you. What was
Yeah.
it? What's her name?
It was Mr. Littlefield previously. That's who I had. This year it's the girls soccer coach, Coach Sheridan.
Okay. Very good. Jamie, favorite class?
I would also have to say stats. I mean, I'm with Brady, so
All right. You and Brady together. Very good.
Oh yeah.
What is the team you most like beating up on? Jamie, start with you. The team you most like beating in the Cal. Like, what gave you the most satisfaction?
I'd have to say whenever we play Pentucket, whether we win or lose, it's just a great game because both sides, like, it's always a battle, but we always, like, respect each other at the end of the day.
That's nice. Graham?
I'd also say Pentucket.
Okay. I didn't mean to skip you, Brady. Sorry.
I would say Linfield, especially based off of last year.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
We had a tough loss against them, and then we kind of rebounded this year, beat them twice. So that was definitely the most satisfying win for me.
Jamie. Kellen.
I do like Pentucket, but this year I would say our first game against North Reading, we came back to win a man down, and that was probably the coolest win that we've had. We played almost an entire half of soccer with 10 men.
Who got the red?
Max Gagnon.
Tackle?
Two soft yellows.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little bit questionable, but
Oh. So
we're rally. It was
would you
good.
like to talk more about the poor officiating ahead of your state tournament game or no?
No.
Good answer. Very good. Kellen, who's the funniest dude on the team?
I gotta say probably Adam Lynn. He's not here today, but he always gives us a good laugh. I was talking to him yesterday.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely agree with Kellen. Lenny's probably the funniest guy on the team.
Same here.
Yeah, got to go with Lenny.
You guys should have brought him on. Would have been a good
We should have.
favorite field to play in. You can name your own too, because I know some people like road places better than your home stadium sometimes. But Jamie, what's your favorite place to play at? Is it Newburyport, or you like going on the road?
I like Newburyport a lot. I think it's just like a nice field and a good atmosphere with the school right there and then the stands.
Like the turf?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I would also probably say Newburyport just because when it gets packed there, the stands are huge. There's a lot of people, good environment. So
You guys get pretty good fan support?
It depends on the game.
depends on the game.
ALS Cup, we get more than a football game, but otherwise we don't really promote our games too much over the media. So.
Saturday you get a lot?
I would
Yeah,
say so.
hopefully, yeah. I would also agree. Like ALS Cup, the environment is amazing under the lights, at our turf with all of the crowd. But I mean, otherwise, I'd say the coolest setting that we played in would be Triton, our last game, because it was like a foggy, rainy time, and it was right over the marsh, and it was all red from the fall with the fog. It was cool.
Nice. Picturesque. Very good. Kellen, anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, nothing beats a home game, so I'd have to agree.
And you guys are going to get a lot of them here.
Yeah, hopefully.
At least two, yeah.
Is that how it works? At least 2?
Yeah.
So how many wins do we need to get to the, Elite 8? I don't know. What does it take to get there?
There's 32 teams, so
it
I
is.
think it's 32 make it, and then anyone else that's above 500 will also make it. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but I want to say we'll definitely have 2 home games. I think if we get put into the top 4, we can get 3, and then I think the semifinals and the finals are played at a neutral site.
Okay, cool. So it is kind of a March Madness feel, like you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right, final one. Describe the. I think let's say goodbye to you because this is kind of how we'll end it. But Kellen, Graham, Brady, Jamie, Newburyport Clippers soccer. This has been a pleasure. Thank you guys for hanging out for a little bit. We appreciate it, and good luck Saturday. Give us the one key, or what? Just give us the one final pitch to come out and see your game Saturday. Throw it out to people who haven't seen you yet this year. You can go down the line. Whoever wants to go first.
It'll be Saturday night under the lights. I think the weather's going to be decent. It'll be a good atmosphere. A lot of students there, a lot of parents. It'll be a good time. The games are exciting. We always put on a good show.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. And under lights, the soccer game just beats everything.
Yeah, I also think that this is a team that no one in this city has ever seen before. So definitely come down.
Yeah, I agree with Brady. It's just a really fun team to come out and watch, and especially under the lights in a state tournament atmosphere.
Who's giving the Graham? Can I get a little bit of the pregame emotional speech? Can you give me
I told you I don't do those. I do the fundamental. This is what you're gonna do the whole game speech when we're on the field.
I know, but I know you kind of lied. I mean, I know you say something.
I would say it's Coach that more does the pregame speeches.
I like to say a few words to Coach, maybe all right, you got to rein in the emotion a little bit, and then also, just emotional and then fundamental checks. A lot of them.
I like that. Brady, give me the little Coach Blue impression. What are you expecting to hear?
I don't know. He might bring up a little emotional story. He did that before the ALS Cup. That kind of got us, motivated. I don't know. I'm gonna get something along the lines of that.
All right, very good. One more down the line. Jamie, describe this season, describe this team, however you want to take that in one word. Do it.
Incredible.
Cheeky.
Nice.
Cheeky's a good one.
Your turn, Brady.
I'd say historic.
Historic.
I'll be soft and say family.
Oh, nice. You are emotional. Very good.
Scorpio.
Scorpio. What do you got? It's tough to recover from that one, I know.
I would say classy. Classy group of guys. Yep.
I like those answers. Very good. Go see this classy group of guys come Saturday, their first tournament game. Fellas, sorry this is the first time. I enjoyed it very much. We should have had you on before.
We'd love to come again.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe we'll take you up on that. Go win a state tournament. We'll definitely have you on again.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. All right, sounds good.
That works. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
There you go. The boys of Newburyport Clippers soccer right there. What a fun group of guys. I had never met them before, and they were just great. Good recommendation from the athletic director, Kyle Hodson, who we had on the other day, last week show he was on. So very Newburyport-centric here as we enter the state tournaments. Very exciting. Good luck to those boys come Saturday night. You just heard them pitch. They're ready to go. They're an exciting team. They get a little flair to them, too. Obviously, just the one loss. So should be fun. Go check them out, huh? Newburyport Clippers boys soccer. We don't even know who they're playing yet. That comes later. Henry's barking. Time to go. Peace.